again on epic failing here.
I'll let you start again.
First map is Vertical Vengeance. Second map is Hectic. Third map, if we need it, is going to be Furious Heights. This is Rapha up against Spart1e. Group B. Spart1e losing to Dander King earlier on, then beating Cooler Cypher. Start off, Spy takes Mega Health, and Rapha gets Railgun.
Almost got it right. Rapha got Mega.
Oh my god! I am such full of foul today. I'm very sorry everybody watching.
Ah, close enough.
Thankfully you're here, Weird, to save me.
Rapha getting a really nice position here on the upper yellow. Picks it up clean. Spart1e meanwhile picked up a railgun, and if he can utilize it here, would be awesome. But well, where Spart1e misses two, Rapha hits one. So taking your time to aim really pays off sometimes.
There, and Rapha picks up a second. And this map is actually different to every other map in the pool, where Mega Health spawns every 2 minutes, so every 120 seconds, which is why it looks different on the left of our screen. Well, I mean, typically, just to summarise this map for the guys watching, how is it played out if you were one player? What would you be doing?
Well, there are two main styles on this map. One is just to deny the enemy the railgun and keep trying to get as many railgun angles from across the map onto your enemy. And the other one is much about the rocket launcher and just entering fights really fast from the middle box area where they're in now.
Yep.
And enter fights from strange angles at very fast paces, and then getting close up to the face of the opponent, dealing a lot of damage. Those are pretty much the two main styles here.
And I mean, we're already 5-0 up after 2 minutes, so great start for that.
Yeah, Spart1e is more the guy that goes for the rail angles on this map. But seeing that he didn't have a rail up till this point, well, at least didn't hit any rail up till this point, we might see the game actually start right now, as Spart1e's rail is picking up really fast here.
We're hitting 50% at the moment. Again, connecting to Rapha. And look at that, he doesn't even, he takes his time, waits for that crosshair to go over that enemy and then shoots rather than flicks onto him as soon as possible. Let's give him his first frag. We've got Mega already been taken.
This is some awesome dodging, by the way, by Rapha, dealing so much damage with MG, which has also been tuned down. Or is it only tuned down in TDM? I'm not sure.
No, I think it's been toned down in
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, no, I mean...
But actually, well, let's just continue on the game. And Spart1e having timing on both yellows now, and that frag on rail should allow him to deny Rapha the rail for the next few minutes, probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's very important, isn't it?
Now we'll see Spart1e's game, right? So they're going for many rail shots from across the map and denying Rapha the railgun. So he should really be denying the rail here.
Yeah, I mean, Rapha could have at any point dived towards that rail and picked it up.
Ah, yeah, but he should have heard it, because you hear the door opening and closing.
Switching on to Rapha at the moment, only 42 to 50, does have that railgun. They play very cautiously. We got Mega in 10 seconds, probably not going to be able to challenge for it. Although
he'll try to, I guess. He'll at least do some dash at Mega. Oh, he doesn't even want to do that. That's very, very defensive here from Rapha.
Oh, wow.
When a rocket to the face and a rail to boot, so...
And yeah, 5 frags in 2 minutes for Rapha, now 5 frags in 2 minutes for Cypher. Cypher Spart1e, and Spart1e's really turned his game on at the moment. Should be able to convert this into another frag with 2 nice rockets from Rapha. Spart1e though, going to be able to pick up the frag with a shotgun, dive down a railgun, make sure Rapha doesn't get that off the spawn. Remember guys, you do spawn on the opposite side of the map. So very smart play by Spart1e to dive straight down.
Yeah, And here again you see the rail angle from Sparty to twice in a row. And he'll just keep denying Rapha the railgun while doing these rail angles. And you don't always spawn on the opposite side of the map. Because Rapha there almost pummels Sparty.
Yeah, you could see Spotty was so surprised about that as well. Coming close to this mega time now. Just over 40 seconds. Spotty's going to pick up another frag.
Yeah, with a really important rail by the way, because if he missed the rail, then Rapha would have had a very easy shot with the rocket launcher to regain control. So that's a real confident shot by Sparty. And even here he switched out to shotgun before the kill, because then he wouldn't drop a railgun. So he's still back in his denied railgun state. And he should really deny the railgun here.
Only 46 HP, right? Never know.
Yeah, I mean, he could have picked up the railgun and just died. Back to Mega.
Rapha though, picking up the frag with that shotgun, needs to find some HP bubbles. Of course, one of them's already taken, doesn't even opt for that one. He's too scared of Sparty dropping down. It's 225s for him. Nice railgun. Now he's back up to a decent stack. Sparty's probably got the railgun by now, though.
No, he still doesn't.
Still not.
Like, railgun only spawns every 15 seconds on this map, so you can actually pretty effectively deny the opponent the railgun. Like here, Rapha will probably deny the railgun as well, but as long as he knows that Sparty is on the other side of the map, he won't take it. Nice little rocket damage there.
Oh wow, what a rocket. Gonna deny the railgun. Actually should have maybe dropped down in case Rapha. And I mean, Spotty had dropped that, but I guess he's confident he hasn't.
And even though Sparty hit so much plasma in that fight, Rapha is still pretty safe. And he's gonna save this railgun. So both players are trying to deny the railgun as much as possible for their opponent. However, Rapha isn't really utilizing the rail that much. He could be doing it a lot more.
Switching on to Sparty at the moment, almost out of armor here. Has to be very careful that he gets this yellow. He wants to hold on to this one frag lead in the next 2 minutes. We got Mega spawning now. We'll go to Sparty as well, and what was looking almost uncomfortable for Sparty is now looking actually very much okay.
Yeah, and Sparty got his railgun back. So this is gonna look pretty hard for Rapha to get back in, especially if Sparty manages to get this yellow, which he does very cleanly. And well, the railguns are already coming back in. They're on equal stack though, so.
Yeah, just gotta be careful he doesn't get caught out.
Sparty missing a pretty standard rail shot there.
Oh wow, he drops down to hit that meat shot of a shotgun. In the meantime takes a rocket to the face, and now what is Rapha gonna do? He has no armor, 80 HP exactly. That railgun's gonna annihilate him, and 12 to 10 now. He's gotta go aggressive, but nice railgun off the spawn. Watching Rapha now, who has to really hit every single shot.
Yeah, Sparty looking really good on this map. As long as he has a railgun, Sparty is all at home. Although failing that rock jump was probably not part of the plan.
He has to be kind of careful though, you never know. At least for the next 3 seconds. 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's... And Rapha actually catching Sparty out there. But, well, can this be done? He needs, nah, this can't be
Oh,
done.
yeah, he missed the yellow jump as well. So
It was pretty much impossible before that fall down.
yeah, so 13-11 first map. Sparty impressing everybody after his first defeat against Dander King. We are going to be going over to, I think, Hectic or Furious Heights is beyond me. I've probably written this down wrong on my piece of paper, so for all purposes, I'm just going to guess Hectic.
Yeah, you said hectic for the game, so.
Yeah, it is Hectic.
And I'm guessing that's Sparty's map, right? But I'm not sure.
Yes, well, I don't.
Like Sparty picked hectic versus Dander King, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. It must be Sparty's. But then Sparty played a good game on Furious Heights, so I mean, oh no, Rapha. So we are live anyway here on second map, Hectic, and I'm full of fail today. I'm very sorry.
Sparty
Watching,
getting both red and mega.
yeah,
That's
watching
nice.
Sparty.
And the railgun, so Sparty is already good to go. A much better start for him than on T4. And he's already looking for rail angles here, but Rapha wisely not showing himself until this red armor shows up. And Rapha not even taking the fight there. And still Sparty denying the railgun here as well. It's less effective though on Hectic than it is on T4. And Sparty can't get out of the mega room. Really nice trap from Rapha.
May even convert here. There's a 25 below. He has to be careful. Sparty actually comes out to put rockets onto red. Strangely effective play that.
Yeah, Rapha was totally caught off guard there. But even so, Rapha's still in the best position of the two.
Enough health on the map for him to pick up. Now that mega as well. Going to deny the red from Sparty and pick up his third frag. When Rocky jumps up, he's that confident.
Yeah, the LG just strong enough to block Sparty from getting the red there. But these rockets here from Sparty are seriously awesome. Like, who would have thought that from such a position you can almost regain control on the map?
We've got actually everything spawning at the same time now. Two nice rounds on Spy. Gonna gift him that mega health, maybe even the yellow if he's quick enough, but I think the yellow's, yeah, the yellow has gone to Rapha off the spawn. And he's got the rail again already, so both players very quick to pick up that weapon.
Oh, great rocket there from Rapha that allows him to pressure for this red and even get it. Or well, get the frag, not the red.
He'll probably feel confident going for mega health as well, although he's going to have to come out a bit early because Spotty no doubt will follow him, and that's exactly what he does. And now Spotty's caught in here for a second time. Let's see what Rapha can do.
Well, Rapha can hit good rockets.
Yep, thank
And
you very
Rapha
much.
really
Drop
weak
down
here.
into...
This could be a conversion for Sparty. Like, it really has to be, pretty much. But Sparty not pressing in, like.
Yeah, it's a little odd. Normally you will see players just charge in a couple of times and pick up that frag just so they then get a decent, half-decent chance of coming back, but... A little reluctant, Sparty.
Well, Sparty is really raining ice with the rocket launcher there. Sparty actually needs some armor, as Sparty is railable, and that rocket makes him very weak. But he'll still go in for this frag. But this time Rapha expects it. Last time it got Rapha out completely, but well, you can only fool Rapha once. And even that's very hard to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Rapha wasn't fooled by me at all when we played.
Rapha certainly I mean, arguably the best mind in this game, along with I'm sure many cooler fans shouting at me.
Well, I pretty much agree. At least item-wise and control, like positional play, it's all on Rapha. But then weapon selection and strange vibes are cooler and Cypher's. And movement is Cypher, without doubt.
And air rocket, Cypher. 10-1 though here. Rapha should be able to pick up his 11th. A nice roll to finish that off. And I mean, a lot of time left, and we said earlier it's certainly possible to get a lot of frags in a short amount of time on this map. But I don't think you're going to get 10 in one whole, push. Normally, I think we may see like a 6 or 7 frag, and then he's going to have to work to get us stuck again. And
well, as you said earlier, like 0-4 did it once. Why not Sparty? But he is kind of in dash traits here, as Rapha just won't leave any item for Sparty up. Although the yellow is up now, but Sparty can't get to it. Yeah, and this damage with LG doesn't hurt Rapha at all. It just makes the yellow more useful for him. And Sparty being way too early for this mega here. It's easy pickup for Rapha. And even here, why would Sparty drop down there? The rail angle was so easy for Rapha.
Maybe just thought it'd surprise him, perhaps.
Yeah, but they were both in between reload time of rail, so... I think Sparty is kind of going, maybe I should just all-out attack.
See what happens,
but
maybe?
He doesn't really want to yet. He's probably thinking about it though, like, I should just rush him, but... then how would he get back 15 frags?
I think it's impossible now.
I must agree with you there.
No?
I agree with you.
Oh, you agree?
Yeah. I think Rapha has this in the bag. But maybe I can jinx Rapha. Commentator's curse.
Yeah, that seems to happen quite a lot when I commentate as well, so... There's a lot of fail when I commentate.
But Rapha shooting down Sparty there before he can pick up the health bubbles. That's really nice for Rapha, because Rapha was pretty low in health himself. Yeah, this is looking more and more like desperate Sparty. And that's never really a good thing. He does manage to get back the Mega though, so he might just get a nice LG or Rail series on to Rapha to feel better for the next map.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would almost be unwise of him to spectate now, to join spectate and forfeit the rest of the game. I think he should definitely use it to keep warm and actually managing to pick up a frag here. So if he can string some armors together and really bring back some momentum for himself, I feel a lot more confident going into Furious Heights.
Yeah, and Sparty is one of those players who can just switch his mindset from one map to the next. And then suddenly just own the hell out of everyone. As we kind of saw earlier with losing to Danda King and then managing to beat both Cooler and Cypher.
Yeah, of course on TV1 I think those were, so you should be able to catch those VODs later on.
Now that drill out will feel good for Sparty. Although it was a bit silly from Rapha, but it should still make Sparty feel good.
Yeah, for sure. So whilst we play out this second map, if any of you guys are having any issues with the stream, please let us know in our live chat. You can click live chat above the player or join IRC on the QuakeNet server, #LVL, and then shift 6 for the little up sign that you use to give yourself colours in Quake Live. I think it's called a carrot. Yeah, just let us know. Either myself, MVC, or Weird, my co-commentator, or Trance, our technical director, and one of us will get on that as soon as possible. And of course, if you are enjoying the event so far and don't mind my occasional fails with map choices due to me being unable to write them, please donate. It does go towards furthering improvement of content and doesn't go directly to any of us for anything specific, so for our own uses. It's all level up TV, so yeah, please do.
Spart1e taking the last 30 seconds to himself to hopefully try and regain his mindset. And both players actually hitting the exact same accuracy on the railgun. But Spart1e used it more. But still not that effective for Spart1e. As Rapha got pretty much everything on the map.
So, Rapha, Spart1e, Furious Heights.
Yeah, we might see a very strange defensive Spart1e here. At least, I guess that's what happened in the game versus Cooler. I'm not sure though, because I didn't see it, I was commentating.
Yeah, maybe some people in IRC can let us know in chat. So have a think about after this game. But here we go, live on the third map. Of course, both players have a chance here to take this victory away with them. Watching Rapha off the spawn get the mega, some nice machine gun accuracy. I think got to be 50s. Yeah,
Spart1e off
56.
the spawn being very aggressive with the plasma gun, but he didn't hit anything with it though. Well, one shot.
Well, as I said earlier, it's the most powerful weapon, but you do have to actually hit with it, and it is pretty difficult to hit with it, sort of a mid to long range distance. In comes Red, actually picked up by Spart1e there. I have to apologise for the names in the upper left. It's a common bug on this map and Quake Live. Here's Rapha up against Spart1e, that has not changed.
Spart1e actually having complete control at the moment, but missing the jump to Mega. Or maybe he just thought, well, let's delay it a bit. But after he already hit jump. One rail will kill Rapha here. Now it won't, because he picked up the health. But... and Spart1e not going in for the kill. Maybe that's what happened in the previous maps as well. Just Spart1e having full control and not pressing in for kills.
Yeah.
Could be. But now both players are in almost equal stacks, and Rapha hitting a very important first rocket and a nice little bit of extra damage on the last rocket.
Oh wow, nice
and again,
rockets.
Rapha with great entry rockets to the fight. And that ought to win him map control.
Yeah, I mean, Spart1e's down to 48 and 0.
Spart1e really shouldn't be at this area here. He does manage to escape with his life, though. He's very fortunate that that happened.
And the problem for him, though, that 50
Spart1e
HP isn't up for another 35 seconds.
Really desperately.
Yeah, exactly. But where can he find health? I don't know.
And Spart1e has to get out of him. He'll try and get one rail shot in, I guess. Well, he even stick there for LG, but missed the mid-air LG. Pretty easy to hit.
Yeah, we saw shaky LG from him as well in the first game he commentated. And not sure how much he has been playing leading up to the event.
I'm not that sure either, but well, Spart1e thought of this event as one of the major events in Quake Live, so he probably practiced good enough for it.
Yeah, well, I remember reading an interview with him, and he said he doesn't get too much chance to play as he's busy working, but if he qualified for World Finals, he'd put in as much effort as he needed to win, and you gotta just sit with him there, and just assume that he has been doing that.
Yeah, I didn't follow his progression that much lately. Of course, he did do pretty nice in Sotek the last few times, right? Well, last time he lost to someone quite unexpectedly.
Yeah.
But the one before that he won versus Strength.
Yeah, that's always a big win against Strengths, which is online Zotac hero. We're going to see a small exchange there, but Rapha's still coming out of that on top. 155 to 50. We got red coming up in 3 seconds. What LG by Spart1e. Could get the frag here. Oh my god.
And even delaying the red here. But I'm not sure if Rapha respawned immediately or not, because he might have heard it.
Yeah, I mean, you can delay 5 seconds, obviously, so maybe he just sat around waiting just to see what he was doing.
Yeah, it could happen, but I'm not sure.
Mega's up.
Spart1e actually getting the Mega for free, and Rapha being surprised that he dropped down there. And now the LG is on from Spart1e.
And I think that's the thing
really
with
strong.
LG as well. At least when I use it, if I'm not hitting LG, I don't feel that confident. But as soon as I start hitting it, my overall accuracy just improves. It seems to be a weapon that, you know, gives you that confidence that you need.
Yeah, LG really is a confidence weapon. Yeah. Like if you hit a few really nice LG streams, it helps you to rail as well.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
even other stuff.
Yeah, actually take the lead there with that rocket at red armor. Rapha trying to steal it away.
Yeah, Spart1e not going for the Mega there. That surprised Rapha.
Oh, Spart1e not quite connecting. 2 rails missed now. Needs to hit with them, really. 2-1 isn't enough of an advantage to hold Rapha back.
Yeah, Spart1e's aim is strangely going on and off and on and off. So maybe he's not really comfortable with some. But still, he's playing amazing.
Yeah, I mean 2-1 against Rapha, pretty insane.
Yeah. Oh, missing the jump there. That means he's too late for this Mega. But he does get 2 nice rail hits now. After being so late to it, that's more than the best he could hope for, actually.
It's actually probably better than him taking it himself.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Spy's just playing a great game at the moment. He's making sure he doesn't take damage from Rapha whilst putting out the damage himself.
And he might surprise Rapha here at this Mega. And Rapha actually rocket jumping away out of things and cratering on the red. And Spart1e didn't notice. Or
No, he did.
He
He was running towards red because he thought Rapha was there. And then he saw him crater, so he just thought he'd stick in the middle of the doorway, see where Rapha's going, and actually ended up giving away Mega because he didn't hear Rapha jump over towards it until it was too late.
Yeah, you'll often see people trying to force a spawn at shotgun while staying in that hallway towards red. But yeah, if Rapha doesn't spawn there, then a really important fight here over the red armor area. And Spart1e managing to hit a nice exit rail, giving him the frag.
Yeah, 3 frags up. We've got just over 3 minutes remaining. Wow, what a position for Spy here, as he's going to probably, no doubt, pick up a 4th frag, but wow, what plasma.
Well. And the rail was nice from Rapha as well. And, Rapha not able to get to red in time to challenge for it. So this should be another frag for Spart1e here.
Oh wow, 1 rail will kill them both though, so Spy's
yeah,
got to be
Rapha
careful.
on 3 HP. And, well, Spart1e not hitting the 1 shot that he had, but actually sticking around for another shot, which both players hit. And well, control is pretty evenly between both players. But Rapha has to do something, so let's stick to Rapha's point of view for a bit. Even though Spart1e is in really nice control, but Rapha has to surprise Spart1e somewhere, and I guess this next red would be it, but Spart1e saw him and he doesn't want to take the risk. Spart1e is gonna stick around for Mega. Not even that. Sparty is just trying to evade Rapha. So Sparty on the plus back move, but he realized that Rapha didn't want to challenge for the Mega, and eventually he took it.
This fight's got to be good from Rapha. Unfortunately, that 50 HP up there is there for Sparty, and
yeah, but Sparty still has enough from the last Mega pickup. And there's still a lot of time for the next Mega, so this is a very, very bad position for Rapha. And that should be a good game. Yeah, Rapha even thinks that Mega will spawn soon. But it was delayed so much as Sparty was sneaking around last time.
So Rapha, after losing to Danda King, is now beaten Cooler, Cypher, and now Rapha, sorry, Sparty. Wow.
Yeah, so Sparty first losing to Danda King and then picking up fights versus all the major players in Quake.
I mean, if there's
All
ever
the
a way to
favorites.
save your performance in a major tournament, it's that.
It's gotta be this, yeah.
Unbelievable.
And well, Rapha said that sometimes Cooler has problems in his first match. I read that somewhere. And that he was kind of hoping that would give him a small advantage in their game. But it seems that Sparty has more problems with the first match on major tournaments.
Yeah, to say the least. We'll have a look at the item pickups finally for the first time this event before everybody disconnects. We've got 6 Mega for Rapha, 6 for Sparty, 18 yellow for Rapha, 16 for Sparty. But what's really made the difference is those reds, 15 to 7. And,
yeah, and again the railgun shots from Sparty.
Yeah, certainly, definitely turned it on this game.
Yeah, and Rapha especially missing a lot of rails. That's
Yeah, I mean.